What is up, everyone? In this video we are going to be talking about GameStop yet again, and there are a few things that I wanted to mention to you guys and kind of talk about how I feel about GameStop and how that really kind of transpires and everyone else's views about GameStop. Like, are the views that I think about GameStop the same that other people feel? Or is what I'm thinking just kind of ludicrous and just kind of my own thing? So we're going to talk about some really interesting things here and let you guys know what I think about GameStop and what their issues are. Now, first off, GameStop has very, very bad trade credit. And when I say very bad trade credit, I'm talking like 10 or 15%, which really sucks when you have a game that you know is worth $20 and they offer you $2.50 for it. You're like, why would I even give you this game when I can go sell it on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or Mercari or eBay for $10 in like a split second? If the game is worth $20, at least give about 40 to 60% in my opinion. Now, I know it's hard to make money that way and everything, but there's gotta be some kind of way that you can entice more people to bring you, GameStop, great games. Because honestly, if the games are boring, no one's gonna want to buy them. If it's, I always talk about this, a Madden game. If it is a Madden game and it is not the current year, no one cares about it. If it's under $10, maybe someone's gonna pick it up, but no one's going to pay more than $10 for an old Madden game. So that's one thing that I think is a big issue, is like games that are ridiculously cheap, that say there's a $20 game. Again, if it's a game that's $20, I'm not gonna sell it to you for less than $10. Like, that's just insane. Like, I could easily go out and sell something and make that money double or triple what GameStop offers. And I know there's a few exceptions to this rule, and that's when they have sales and you can do double or triple or 50% or 60% more on your trade credit. That oftentimes works on select games, because some games, GameStop prices are higher than normal. So like, I'll see a game, say like Pokemon Black. Let's just say Pokemon Black. Maybe it's selling for $20. That's not the real price. I don't know. I'm just giving examples here. Say it's a $20 game. Well, maybe they have it at $12 because they know, okay, if we get this in, we can sell it faster. But then they have like the 50 or 80% extra cost for trade-in, so you'll get more trade-in. That makes that like $8 to $10. So you're gonna get $20 if they were offering $12 and you get a certain percentage, which gives you $8. So that's $20. So you're getting a $20 game, or selling a $20 game and getting $20 of trade credit. Now, I think people often complain about that, and I don't mind it because I buy games. Like, literally, when I trade stuff into GameStop, which is very rarely, like once or twice a year, I'll save that money up and buy new Switch games, buy new PS4 games, buy new games that have just come out, or relatively good priced used games, because there are some games that they have that are good priced. A while back, probably a month ago, I went in and tried to get games that were under $10, and I actually found some really good games that were under $10. They're just older and not really as important to GameStop. So I think that trade credit, their bad trade credit, is the very worst thing that they have going for them. But there's also many more reasons, like how they treat their employees badly. Like, I have heard very, very bad things about how GameStop treats their employees, where they force them to say certain things, they force them to do things, which oftentimes leads to other issues, which we'll talk about a little bit later in this video. But when they don't treat those employees right, those employees tend to not care as much, which means the store is in more disarray. You just got things like that all the time. Like, things happen that I wish GameStop would take care of their employees and pay them better or treat them better, because I have heard numerous stories of people getting fired for things that they absolutely had no control about. Like, I've heard people getting fired because someone stole from their store and they were the only one in the store, and that customer asked them to go to the back to get something. It's like, what do you want me to do if the customer needs something out of the back, but you're the only person there? Whose fault is that? Is that the worker or the supervisor or the manager who didn't actually schedule enough people? So yes, they have bad employee relationships, and I feel like that is a big deal to GameStop's demise, honestly. Also, check this thing out. This is a very awesome controller. This is not sponsored or anything. It's an awesome controller, and I believe it is a Power A, and it is a Switch controller that takes batteries. This thing has programmable buttons on the back. There are 3. If you like cool controllers, this is actually a really good one. I'll put the link to this on Amazon down below. That is an affiliate link, so if you click on it, I might get some money. If not, no worries. This was totally unplanned, but I was looking at it while I was recording, and I was like, oh, I forgot this thing was in there, and I wanted you guys to know I just posted this on my Instagram, and honestly, it's a really good controller. So let's get back into the topic at hand. And last but not least is the bad environment that GameStop has. And honestly, I'll talk about this a few reasons, but the biggest question comes to mind: is this a game store or a toy store or a memorabilia store? Because the GameStops near me, the first half of the store is either t-shirts or pop figures or memorabilia, like statues, like expensive statues that I don't know how they sell, first off. But then there is also toys, plush toys, backpacks, whatever you can think of, board games, coffee mugs. That's the first half of the store. And when I walk into a game store and that's the first thing I'm greeted with, it turns me off. Now, I will say I shop at GameStop every once in a while, maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. It just depends on how it goes and what I'm doing and if I'm around one and I have time. It's not somewhere that I say, hey, I gotta go to this place every week. There's not any good updates, new games or anything, so I usually wait around until I want to buy something that came out or something kind of like that. But I think the environment is bad because it's not an environment for me to want to go in and chill out and maybe talk with people or buy games from. Honestly, when I get there, I want to get in and get out, which is actually kind of surprising when it comes to game stores. Like, anytime places have games, I want to shop around and waste time. So like, GameStop just isn't a great place for me to shop, honestly. It's the bad trade-in values, like we've already talked about. It is the bad customer relations, or whatever you want to talk about, considering how they treat their employees. And then it is the bad environment. Those are the 3 things that I've talked about in this video that I think are bringing GameStop to its demise. I know there are cool things about GameStop, and we'll talk about that in another video. But for this video, I wanted to talk about some of the issues I have. And you guys probably know I probably talk like 60% bad and like 40% good about GameStop. I don't want to just hate on it or anything like that, but at the same time, it does have its issues. So I wanted you guys to know some of the reasons I think GameStop does have its issues, and I want you guys to comment down below and let me know what issues you have or you see with GameStop. Maybe it's a local GameStop, or maybe it's just GameStop in general. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification because it lets you know when I post videos, which is every day. So stick around and subscribe and watch more content because it is definitely coming. With that being said, make sure you have a good day.